slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Pacheco once again. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
A give right side for Pacheco. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And they'll get him down right around the 16. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
A 2-yard pickup. Yellow. 3rd and 6.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They'll run here with Pacheco. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard.
Now here's Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
Chiefs 14, Buccaneers 7.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they've got it as we resume action.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
It's a gain of 11.
Hey, alert 33.
For a first down.
Once again, it's Irving. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 46.
Mayfield looks to throw. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A run up the middle with Irving. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
13 more yards. That's another.
Now Mayfield.
First down.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Mayfield
7.
down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Point it right.
Irving. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Just shy of the goal line. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
They'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll run with Irving. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Point it right. Hey, alert, 180. What's that?
Mayfield. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Buccaneers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. McLaughlin for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Chase McLaughlin.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. To the right side and intercepted. He may go. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow. There's a blue lady. Right side.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught inside the 5. Now he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
A gain of 12 yards.
Run.
And a first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Mayfield now from the 50. There's a short one taken in by Otten. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Irving. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
180. What's up?
Here's Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Yellow. Fire down these two. There's a 180. Where's that?
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got a man, complete. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Shorty got that body out of no ties, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't on my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my high. Damn.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground with Irving. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Baker going to give it to Irving. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
It's 4th down.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Chiefs 21. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. This one taken in by Otten. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. A first carry for Rashad White. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively, there could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Mahomes. Mahomes will do it himself. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes will throw. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Working the sideline there. Good run, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to let the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completion.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4-5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. Welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
What is up?
In motion, it's Odunze. On the bootleg, it's Williams. Now he takes off. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6.
What is it on?
They'll run it for the first down with DeAndre Swift. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
And the Bears.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
26-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
What is up? Park squares! Park squares! Park squares!
Here's Williams. That's the big tight end, Colston Loveland. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
That's good.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Colston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Ready to go!
Throwing is Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. They run to the argument. It's Bucky Irving. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. On to the second. Buccaneers in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up.
Alert! Set. Run.
Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's caught. It's Evans. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
To Mike Evans. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. And they're gonna work this down inside the 45. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Buccaneers.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On 2nd down, Baker. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll run it. It's Irving. And he'll take this one in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Bears nothing.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Axel.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he he's going to have a Bears first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Second down, they need 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Volunteer.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
And you can see really why this offense has leaned on the ground game. I mean, can't you, Mike? I mean, the passing attack really needs somebody to provide a spark because they have not been able to get anything going here before the half.
Got the hook up there to Odunze. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. Throwing again, Williams. That's a short one, caught by Loveland. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Williams to the air once more. He's got it at the 7, and he's in. DJ Moore, touchdown Bears.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground here again. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
First down, Tampa Bay.
They'll go again here with Irvin. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 38-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. So now Todd Bowles will opt for the field goal unit. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And the score remains tied at 7. could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Johnson now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's Irving. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
He was brought down by Jaquan Brisker. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
What's that?
They'll run with Irving. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
3rd and short. You think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. This defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide. Nowhere to cut. Take him down for a loss.
He'll try to run for it. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense, to be honest. It was 4th and 3, and they picked up 8.
I love this call on 4th down, Mike. Put the game in the hands of your quarterback. Don't overthink it. In this case, let him do it himself, and he picks up a big first down.
On the ground, it's Irving. Finding room across midfield. A terrific run there, all the way down to the 30-yard line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 31 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
There's Evans. He's got it. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone.
It is brought in the end zone. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
What is on?
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Tip it! Tip it! Tip it! And the Bears.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. They'll come up here on second down and 5.
Swap, let it swap. Yes, 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 yes.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's going to run it. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
First and 10.
What is up?
They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. Ooh, well, now you see it, now you don't. The juke move there, and a gain of 6.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Vegas, Vegas!
On third down, it's Williams. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. And he will score! Austin Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return is Sean Tucker. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Here's first and 10.
20!
They'll drop to throw, and the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now on second and long.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
Now Mayfield.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long.
180! What's up?
Now Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down. They'll stick to the ground. Lots of space past the 45. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 30-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 36 yards.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And now the timeout will be called, so they are in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to win the game. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This one he's got to have.
Makes the score.
So a win here for the visiting Bucs. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away 3-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.